State so prized a possession is the old oaken bucket that I heard of a coach who won it for the first time and slept with it that night. From Bloomington to West Lafayette, the fans look to have their say in this in-state showdown. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Purdue Boilermakers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Boilermakers offense will get the first crack at it here. The Hoosiers had no problem as they ran away from the Boilermakers the last time they met.
And that was a game Purdue fans want to forget. They made way too many mental errors in that one. It really was Purdue.
Yeah, and I guess Purdue needs to produce today if Purdue wants to do something special.
On the option. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The option look. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Got a little space. He's loose. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. He now has 53 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and goal. Now on the option. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Here comes the option. Touchdown, Boilermakers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will go to work for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality. Like, all power, all those things are really, really good, but you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It's the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Flips it out in the flat. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it.
Turning it on! Made a defender miss. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Hoosiers are on the move.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They're dealing with a second and long. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quick.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for room, it's Lewis. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Indiana! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. The extra point here would tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Goes to the option. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Offense changing the play. Trying to seal the edge on the right. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Not overly complicated, not something the OC spent the whole summer designing. I take the ball and I toss it to my fast guy, get him on the perimeter, block it up good. My wide receivers commit to blocking, and boom, make a big play.
They'll try to get outside. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Plows through the defense. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. On the option. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his...
Surge on the Jets. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. He'll ride his man on the option. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Purdue!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Quarterback on the keeper. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. He'll try to do it himself. Creates a little space. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's 2nd and long. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. To the air, it's Mendoza. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Becker. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him, shoot. Let's go to him a 3rd time.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Under fire. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. The pitch to the left. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the old oaken bucket is on the line, and already the Hoosiers and Boilermakers have given us some impressive moments. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Purdue and Indiana plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Boilermakers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some. Breaks into the open. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. And the Hoosiers will hustle to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The old oaken bucket dates all the way back to 1925, but the rivalry itself goes back even further. 1891. Alumni associations from both sides decided what's the perfect, most suitable trophy? Well, of course, an oaken bucket.
Yeah, of course, a bucket. A bucket's the perfect reason and the perfect thing to fight for. What are you going to win today? I'm going to win a bucket. No, but I mean, I think the history of it's cool, but Jesse, when you make it a trophy game, it's just so much more fun. It's so much more energy. It's so cool. You're going to celebrate with it. You're going to go grab it right after the game.
Yeah, you know both Purdue and Indiana. They're
hits the afterburners. Touchdown, Hoosiers! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. The toss to the outside. Open, look out! A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out on the 30.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fang.
Makes the grab, and he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Milner. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. The Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. Golly, you got him wide open. And that cat can roll. You're not talking about, a guy that's an average runner on the outside. You got to give him a little bit of a chance to run underneath that.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they go back on top. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a colossal top 5 matchup. Let's fill you in on what's going on. USC is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply don't see from the men of Troy. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 14 to UCLA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Setting up the screen. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Boilermaker! Great job by the back on the option.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
On the run, it's Lewis. Nice move to keep running. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the ground with the back. Gets away from one. He's got space. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Right on the money. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And the Hoosiers moving quickly to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
When you're trying to protect a lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Grabbed in the backfield. It's right. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the 1st down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Try to get it to the edge. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll pull it down and run. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Indiana sends the offense onto the field.
and they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
To throw, it's Mendoza. Bringing the heat. Gets rid of it. He's got an open man. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll try the left side. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On third down, he drops to throw. Here's a heat. Took a shot as he threw. Another incompletion on third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter.
And this kicker has ice water in his veins. Fourth quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This is what you dream of, isn't it? Waning seconds, football in your hands, a chance to etch your name in this moment in the rich history of this rivalry. Finding open areas. Got enough for the first. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this
Balls in the deep ball. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Milner. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I like it. Very smart defense, understanding the clock, understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep, breaking on the football, making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's third and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable fourth down if I don't complete this third and long.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Not out on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Touchdown, Purdue! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question.
Back to pass, it's Mendoza.
We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Obviously, here in the fourth quarter trailing, they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to get back in this game. Couldn't come up with it there on second down. We're expecting them to throw it here on third.
From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. He wants a big play here late. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Looking to throw on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
And as a quarterback, you've got to be able to take advantage of the situation. You were given the ball in tremendous field position. You've thrown 2 straight incompletions. You can't squander this opportunity. You need a big play here.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on third and long. Trying play action. Unleashes one deep. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it. The latest edition of the Indiana-Purdue rivalry goes to the Boilermakers as they will boil her up and take home the old Oaken Bucket. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.